Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on a couple of pens. I forgot to record how I prepped my pens, but this is how I take the little clippy thing off. I just pull it out, twist it around, and pull it off. After that, you can take your sanding block, sandpaper, and just scuff up the whole surface. And then I took the pens out and I spray painted this one blue and green. I'll have everything listed in the description below. You can see the colors I used and everything. But after my paint dried, I mixed up some epoxy and I'm just putting a very thin coat on. Just need a little bit, just enough for the glitter to stick. Now it's time to glitter. The glitter I am using for this one, the orange, is Crush from Peachy Olive. And I'm going to go really heavy on the end and lighter towards the middle. I'm going to tilt my pen, hold my shaker higher so some of that orange can fall into the yellow. I'm going to do the same thing with the yellow. And I'm going to go back and forth until I'm happy with that blend for the ombre. The yellow is, it's a neon yellow from Michael's, I believe. Right here, I'm trying to get a good angle so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I haven't figured that out yet. So bear with me. And I'm going to go back in with the orange. Like I said, just go back and forth with the colors until you're happy with that blend. I kept this clip in real time so you guys could see exactly how I did it, but the next ones, we're going to speed them up a little bit. So I'm using the same yellow as before, and the pink I'm using is called Teenage Pink, and that is from the Inspired Angels. You'll see me at the end of this one, I will add a little bit of Flip Flop from Starcraft. I just didn't feel like this pink was really giving as bright of a pink as I wanted, but it still turned out cute. So for the next one, the blue I'm using is called Tubular, and that is from Starcraft. And the green I'm using is called Tink, and that is from the Inspired Angels. When I'm done with all of them, I'm going to give them a light roll on my piece of paper to smush down the glitter. Maybe it'll help me be able to just do one coat of epoxy before I can add my names. After that, I'm going to let the epoxy cure, and then I am going to go in with my first coat of epoxy. I'm just coating it like I would a tumbler pretty much. Just make sure you get it everywhere and on the tip right there. And then I'm going to put them on my little pen attachment on my turner and let those cure. I'm using fast set here, so about 4 hours. And if they are nice and smooth, you can go right in with your decals. Mine were just a tad bit with little pokey bits. So I'm going to lightly sand, but lightly, because we only have one coat of epoxy on here. And then after that, then I'm going to go in with my decals. This is an order, so they're going to have names on them. And now we're going to put our names on. Super easy, just like any other decal. But if you notice, I did leave the little pieces inside the letters, and I will weed those once I get them on the pens. After we get those little pieces taken care of, they are ready for another coat of epoxy. I believe I only did one more. And then they are ready to get cleaned up after they cure. And I'm going to take my X-Acto knife, kind of just like a cup with the rim. You're going to stick the X-Acto knife in and kind of try to get those little bits of epoxy that's in there, if there's anything in there. I had some. You're going to do that on both ends, and be very careful because there's threads inside these pens and we don't want to gouge them. If we do, then our pen pieces that go back on, they're not going to go on right. So try not to gouge it, but kind of pick the extra pieces of epoxy off of there. Once we have all the epoxy off the ends, I have a cap with acetone and some Q-tips, and I'm going to use that to clean out the insides, you know, any overspray from the spray paint or anything that got in there. Just going to clean the ends inside. After that, we can wash them up. I washed them with soap and water, and then this is how I dry them. I just stick a Q-tip in, just dry the insides before I put the pens back together. When you go to put the clicker part of the pen back in, if it doesn't go through the end all the way, then you know you still have some epoxy that you need to scrape off of there. So I did have to do that on a couple of them. And just scrape it out and then it should fit and you're good to go. Once you have them all put back together, they're done. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks!